Bottom feeder baits.
Bottom feeder baits.
Bottom feeder baits.
Bottom feeder pack bait.
Bottom feeder baits.
Hey Carp Anglers, my name is James Sanders. I am the CEO of Bottom Feeder Baits.
Me and my pro staff are working hard to give you guys the best product out there. Product like the OG blend, the Firecracker, the Tournament blend, all the way down to our flavored corn, tiger nuts, jumbo corn. Also, we can't forget the flavored panko. So please call me or text me at 317-374-6935 or check out our website at www.bottomfeederbaits.net. And like always, if you want your PBs, you gotta have your BFBs. Woo!
Hi, I'm Daniel Irish from USA Carp Guide. Do you want to turn a good fishing trip into a great one? Introducing baiting mixes, the smartest way to plan your feed strategy. Browse ready-to-made mixes crafted by expert anglers, or build your own from scratch. Choose ingredients, set quantities, log your results. With real data from your sessions, you'll know exactly what bait to use and when. Smarter prep, bigger catches, fewer blanks. Download the Go Catch Fish app, available in the App Store and Google Play Store today.
Alrighty. Looks like.
What's happening?
Alright, we are going live now. I just want to give a couple more shout outs to the people in the back. We got West Coast Bait Boats, Ultimate Bait Boat. Thank you very much, Nick. You've really helped us. USA Carp Guide, you've helped a lot of other anglers out there on the bank. Thank you very much. Also, shout out to David Prakopowicz. New England Carp Angling Adventures. If you're over there on the East Coast, hit up our boy Dave, and he's gonna show you how to catch the carp. He's gonna put you on them. He's really enthusiastic angler, really coming up over the last couple months. This last year and a half. We also had him on our show last week. So if you want to learn more about Dave before you book him, go ahead and watch our show last week. Last but not least, we do have the Bottom Feeder Baits Boilies. Let me just grab one of these. The Straw Nanas. Why not? These are the flavors that I personally worked on. The Straw Nana. I love these things. You get them at usacarpguide.com. And I'm thinking about, since Kenny Mac's not here, the boss isn't here, I'm thinking about doing like a 10% sale or something like that until the next podcast, or something until he until he shows up. I'm gonna start giving these boys away for pretty much free. So we'll start with 10%, and he better show up, or else we'll start going to 12%, 15%, and eventually you buy one, you get one free. Small up there, drop back. Gary Bartlett, shout out to him. Go check out his pop-ups and his everything. So, last but not least, thank you to everybody in the chat. And we should have a pretty fun show for everyone tonight. We have Noah. And how do you pronounce your last name, bro?
You had it pretty much spot on the money. Cadwallader.
Cadwallader?
Yep.
Okay. Like I said, Kenny Mac and I were talking, and I told him, I said, bro, I'm not really sure how to pronounce it, because every time I look at it, it gets more and more syllables. But yeah, how are you doing?
My little, not too bad. A little hot, but it won't last too long. It's gotten cooler.
Yeah, I was checking the weather as well, and it looks like, there's a good 15, 20 degree dip after the sun goes down from like let's start at like 6:30 to about 11:30. This 20 degree dip from like 92 degrees down to about like 72 or something like that. So
I'd welcome that.
yeah, those fish should be getting active, inside the wee hours of the night. But for those of you that don't know Noah, why don't you tell the audience, a little bit about yourself, who you are, where you come from, what you do?
Pretty simple. Indiana boy. Grew up outside of Rainsville, Indiana. Drive trucks for a living, and I love to hunt and fish. That's really about all there is to know about me.
What so you love to hunt and fish. What originally got you into, fishing and hunting? Is it just the proximity to the outdoors, or?
No, it was my dad. Dad started me off squirrel hunting. I didn't get to shoot, but he had let me tag along, and after I got old enough for that and did good with it, he'd start me off with deer hunting. But we always fished. Uh, I don't know, when I was 10 years old, for about 2 or 3 years, maybe a little bit before that, every August we'd go up to Minnesota to Boy and Girl Lake, and we'd go fishing for a week. So fishing's always kind of been top priority. Uh, Hunting's kind of came second for the longest time. Hunting was kind of my priority, but it's changed a lot in the last couple of years.
Yeah,
I
growing up. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, you're good. I don't. I mean, I still like hunting, but this fishing outweighs it a lot. It's way more fun.
Yeah, growing up, it was a lot of the same for me. We, mainly fished a lot of the summers, a lot of the springs, the falls. We're fishing. Dad, took me squirrel hunting just like you. Went deer hunting a couple times, but it was really getting to the water and seeing what's in there because I can't see the animals that are in there usually. So I need to bring them out to be able to see them. I need to see the catfish, see the bluegill, see the bass. Uh,
Yep.
I don't know about you, but we weren't really carp fishermen, growing up.
No.
My dad, he did it way back in the day as a teenager. He was one of the pay lakers back then, but after he had me, we stayed away from the pay lakes other than channel catfishing, but no carp. It was really bluegill, crappie, and channel catfish. Um, I don't know if it was the same for you,
Yeah.
pretty much.
No. Pretty much. I mean, every once in a while we'd hook into a carp, and like I always loved it. Never knew how to target them for the longest time, but like Dad's big thing. We grew up here by this Wabash. That's what we fished, but we'd run hoop nets and limb lines all summer long, fill the freezer, but it was always catfish. And
Mm-hmm.
when it wasn't catfish, we were doing, like you said, bluegill, crappie, just anything else really. Carp has never really been on his top priority at all.
Yeah, my dad's the
But
same way until he starts seeing these pictures of them. Now he's like, "Oh, we should go out and catch one of those." I'm like, "Yeah, I bet. I bet you do want to go out and catch, a 15, 20, 30 pound carp."
yeah, you know how many nights I've sat out on this river, flathead fishing, and never caught a thing? I'd come out here carp fishing. This summer's been weird. These last month or two, I have been really struggling to catch any carp while I'm trying to.
It's not
But
just you,
I
man.
come out here and I come out here and carp fishing, like my lord, when it's good, it's nothing to catch anywhere from 7 to 15 fish in an evening.
That's
It-
really good.
yeah. Now I might not catch some giants on the Wabash. I catch a lot of big grass carp, like 15 to 20 pound range all the time. But I mean, even an 8 pound common carp in this river feels like it's 10 or 15 pounds when it catches that current. They fight really hard.
Yeah,
And I,
I've found, their muscle density or something is like a little bit different because they fight that current their entire life. And so, when
yep,
they get hooked finally, they either shoot down the current and you're fighting them back up it, or they themselves try to go up it and you're like, "Wow, this is the strongest little fish I've ever had in my entire life." Because I know the feeling because we've been fishing Fall Creek and stuff like that a lot lately. So when we hook one in there, like you say, bro, they are so
yeah.
strong, and I don't know why. Uh, um, you bring up the 8 to 10 pound range, and I agree. Those are, for some reason, some of the nastiest little buggers that I've hooked into in that body of water.
I've had some fish right here in that 8 to 12 pound range that I taking my best guess, like you obviously can't crank that drag down real tight, but like before they stop running, they've easily taken 60 to 75 yards from where they picked the bait up. Like
Whew.
there's just no stopping. It, you can, but you're gonna lose that hook out of them.
Yeah, and
But
so
I think it. Go ahead. Sorry.
no, you're fine. You know, that's one of the skills that I'm currently trying to, learn and get down is how to stop these fish while they're trying to actively get into the snag without, popping that hook out of their mouth. I think especially somebody like me that uses braid has a harder time as opposed to, somebody that has mono because a small mistake with my line, unfortunately, and it's pop, it's out. So
Yep.
what kind of tips do you have? What's your let- run me through the process of you got the screamer, he's going like you said, he's taking that 60 yards of line, and now what do you do? How do you stop this fish?
Uh, I mean, in all honesty, I don't really think there's too much like talent to it. It's kind of a 50-50 thing. You either let him run, take a chance of snagging, or you try to horse him, take a chance of him popping off. Uh, I would say the best thing to do, if he's running left, you lean right, and I would real slowly click that drag and just give him a little bit at a time until you feel that tension's just too much. It's kind of a fine art. Like you're gonna screw it up a lot, and then even when you get real good at it, you're gonna still screw it up. It's just a toss up. I've had times where I haven't stopped them, and I should have. They got snagged, and I've had times where I tried stopping them, and it screwed me. It I I really don't think there's much talent to it. It's just uh kind of gotta just learn as you go. It's just more of a feel thing, kind of like how baking bread. You don't really have a recipe. You just kind of figure it out.
Yeah, and that's the frustrating thing, right? Is that it's all kind of situational. Everything depends on, how fast is the fish running? Am I in moving water? Am I by some snags? And you have to make those decisions, split second on the fly.
And I'll tell you the one thing I've learned. I don't know. It was right before the spawn. Actually, it was the day before the Wooden Shoe Carp Classic. Me and the wife came out here fishing, and I had my Carp Sumo rods and my 40-pound braid, and I think we hooked into 6 to 8 fish. I think we landed one or two, and after that, I got rid of my braid.
Yeah.
And I think in the wintertime and the springtime, somebody had said something about it, but I think maybe their skin's tougher because I had a lot of good luck with braid, and then once it got warmer, hooks just started popping left and right. And I think switching back to this mono, once I can get back on the fish and run a little test on it, I think mono is going to be the way to go. It's just going to be that little extra forgiveness that you need.
Yeah, I don't know if 'cause I agree with you. I've had quite a few hook pulls lately, and if you're, somebody that talks to me about hooks and things like that, I would tell you I've never had a hook pull on my lock hooks. Those are hooks that I believe in those hooks that I've never had a hook pull,
Yep.
and I've unfortunately had two hook pulls on the lock hooks just this summer. So I'm hearing you. I'm really hearing what you're saying because it seems like that braid it just doesn't give me enough give. I
No,
don't know if what you're saying, the skin's tougher or what. If that cold water, makes their mouth a little bit more calloused if they have it or what's going on. But
I, I kind of feel like it does because like I caught some last December right around Christmas, and I tell you what, I had to put the drag on them pretty good, and I had braid, but I had a hard time getting those hooks out of their mouths. Like it was I don't know. It's just like the skin and the meat was just denser. It didn't want to let it go. And like in the spring and summertime, sometimes you get them in the mat, and that hook just falls out. But
yeah, usually, with those size 6, size 4 lock hooks that I use, when you go to unhook it, you hear that like little pop, the little in it, and
yep,
I haven't been having that nearly at all this summer. So I'm gonna start, you know, it's gonna sound weird now. Now I'm gonna start feeling their mouths. Is there a difference between
yeah.
how they feel in the cold water when it's all, they're all pent up, and versus the warm water, where they're swimming free and everything's howdy doody. We have Paul Metz in the chat, and he would like to know who's your carp angling model. Who do you look up to?
Uh, you know what? First thing that comes to mind is Luke Nichols from
Yeah.
Catfish and Carp. But honestly, the guy I learned the most from, and I really enjoy watching, is somebody I've never heard mentioned on this channel, is Fishing with Carl, which is where I got my name from. But I like Fish with Carl. He's a
Yeah.
European angler. I enjoy his content.
Yeah, I
He does a
think
darn good job with it.
he really does. Fish with Carl, he just put out a video on fishing
The Japan one.
tutorials. Well, that one as
Oh,
well, but he has that channel fishing tutorials, and he just put out a
oh yeah,
video
yeah.
about how to fish with boilies and how to attract fish into your swim with boilies a little bit more effectively. And as somebody who is going to start fishing with boilies, as you can see to my right, we will. I would like to know how to more effectively bring them into my swim. So that video especially
Yeah.
was very key to me. I did like his Japan video, like you're saying. Wouldn't that be awesome to go
Yeah.
over there and fish for carp?
Oh man, I just love to go to Japan, let alone fish for carp while I'm there. My goodness, that would be a blast. I uh I watch Outside with Tom too quite a bit. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
being honest, Tom kind of rubs me the wrong way sometimes. He complains a lot, but he's knowledgeable though. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, what I like
But
about him is that he's no nonsense. He's gonna go out there and do what he wants to do. And like you say, he at first did rub me the wrong way a couple times as well. But then once I said, well, he's just gonna do what he wants to do, and he fishes the way
yep,
he likes to fish, and everybody can fish the way that they like to fish. I immediately just clicked and was like, okay, well, he can be his own person.
yeah, yep.
I think he's Outside with Tom is a deep cut. Not enough people really talk about that channel enough, I don't think.
No, not really.
Uh,
Um,
we
yeah, I think he's kind of an underdog.
for sure. He actually was the person that got me looking at tiger nuts in the first place from his videos
Yep.
way back in the day. I was like, okay, what is this? What is a tiger nut? And so, yeah, Outside with Tom, he got me on the tiger nuts. Paul Metz would like to know again, why do you carp fish? What stood out about the carp that you were like, I'm gonna really go after this thing.
The fights, man. There's a couple things like one, the fights are just incredible. There's nothing else that I can land as frequently that fights as good as carp. Uh, they're underrated, so at the same time, like even though it's a negative that nobody really likes them, it benefits me at the same time because nobody's going after them.
Mm-hmm.
So I might not be a good fisherman, but I feel like one. Uh,
I feel you there.
second, second off, it kind of fills my ADHD a little bit because I love all the gadgets, like these bite alarms. I catch a lot of fish on my boat because I can move and get around, but like there's nothing like the bite alarm scream. And that'll be the only time in your life that you ever see this fat boy run is when his alarms are going off. Absolutely love it.
I feel you with the gadgets. I think if I'm gonna be honest, I think if carp fishing didn't have all these little gadgets, the bite alarms, the rod pods, the throwing sticks for the boilies, the bivvies, the all the little bells and whistles, that make it fun, then I don't think I would have stuck with it as much as I do. I would still carp fish, obviously, but it wouldn't be I would as well bass fish, and I would still crappie fish. I would
Yeah.
still catfish. But like you said, all the bells and whistles, little gadgets, it just scratches my ADHD. It feels like there's something that I could always be doing for carp fishing, whether it's preparing bait, soaking bait, making rigs, going fishing itself, which it seems like I don't do that much anymore, but making the bait, tying the rigs, getting all your kit together, the ADHD is definitely scratched. So I feel you on that one 1000%.
And even though some of that stuff's kind of boring, like there's kind of like a piece to it, when it comes to making a bunch of rigs up, you just flip on a movie and sit there and tie them up.
Mm-hmm.
I always kind of like doing stuff like that. It's like when I hunt, I fletch my own arrows and stuff. It's
Well, that's
soothing, I
cool.
guess, to me.
Yeah, that's really cool. Fletching your own arrows. And we have Brian Harrison, and he would like to know, what is your favorite place that you've ever fished?
Dale Hollow. There's no even second guessing at Dale Hollow, without a doubt. That place was just awesome. Even if I wouldn't have caught any fish there, I still had a good time.
Yeah, you guys were on them too. Some really, really nice fish. I,
Did
I,
the did the
go ahead.
sorry did the Kansas City guys catch any after us? Did they have much luck?
Yeah, they actually caught a 40.
Holy cow!
Yeah, so,
Hey,
so, so you guys, you guys are in there and you're slamming them.
yeah,
And then the Kansas City guys come in and they're slamming them. They catch a 40. They caught so many fish that they called us a day before and was like, "Hey, we want to go home early." And we're like, "Is everything okay? What we can accommodate you guys. What's wrong?" And they're like, "No, we're tired, man. We want to go home." And we're like, "Okay, well, we'll get you." And so Austin and I, we're like, "All right." They left early. We'll bait it up. We'll get in there 3 days. Let's get these 40s. I didn't catch
yeah.
a fish over 17 pounds. I don't know what
Well, hey,
happened.
at least we didn't go in there and blow it out. Like they were able to come have some fun too. Like that's awesome.
Yeah, so
It-
I joke about I wasn't able to catch a fish over 17 pounds. That is true. I wasn't, but it's not an issue for me. I would much rather you guys experience that. I would much rather you be able to catch those fish and they catch those fish. I have multiple opportunities to be able to do that. Not that you don't. We're definitely going to get everybody else out there. And I know we've been talking about the houseboat trip. I'm pretty excited about that.
yeah. Yep.
What
I c-
was Daniel Dukes was 36. I know that. What was your biggest on that trip?
I just watched his video again a few nights ago. I always thought it was 26, but if I'm remembering right, I think I said on the video it was 27 on that mirror carp. That's fully scaled one anyhow. That
Is it,
that's a
is,
big,
isn't it
huh?
weird how that happens sometimes? How you have, you catch the fish and you're like, what was it? What was the weight? And you're like, oh yeah, yeah, cool. 27 or 2612, whatever it is. And then you go to tell somebody, you show them the picture, and they're like, oh yeah, how much did it weigh? And you're like, um, I I I think I think
Yeah,
27.3. I don't That's why I always tell people I'm like I really don't remember, but I think it was this. We need to
that's a
start
sign
like
you're catching too many.
yeah, I guess you got a good problem then.
Yeah.
But
I
I've
don't know
loved
what kind of secret sauce Daniel was using that day, but my lord, I wish he'd have rubbed off on me a little bit. I'd like to have caught another mirror. He couldn't catch nothing but mirrors while he was down there.
bro, and it seemed like, I don't know if you guys had this issue, but I had it where I was, I texted you, I texted Daniel Duke. I was like, where were you guys fishing? Where were you guys throwing out? I was trying to get it done.
Yeah.
And it seemed like everywhere I put my rig, if they picked it up, it was just snagged. So I don't know what you guys were doing, but you guys were on them. You
Oh,
guys were
we
killing
had
it.
problems too. Daniel, I don't think had much problems like I did. I must have been maybe casting a little bit farther, but I think I had at least two fish that I lost because of snags, and one of those two felt pretty good. It might have been like 20 some pounds, but like it felt like a good fish. Yeah, there was definitely logs out there. It were great big rocks. I don't know
Yeah.
what it was, but that was definitely why they were there.
Yeah, it was definitely helping them hold there. The only issue was they're also holding my rigs there now. So,
Yeah.
uh, yeah, I hooked into one, and I was tired of losing rigs so much that as soon as I hooked it, I ran straight up that big hill. I just had my rod in my hands, and I just ran straight up the hill. And Austin was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "He's not getting snagged this time." And then he got snagged, and I was like, "Okay, well,
Yep.
I don't. Now, what do I do?" But I was glad to see that you guys got it, and you guys were able to catch, some really, really nice fish, man.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Dude, like I've told you 100 times, but you don't know how much I appreciated that, dude. That meant the world to me. That was some of the most fun I've had since I was a kid. I greatly appreciated it.
yeah, we appreciate you guys coming out. Like we try to tell everybody, we wish the marina didn't charge us for a slip, I wish we just had a free boat down there and we could just say, everybody come on down whenever you want to come on down. That's my dream one day is to give out as many free trips as I can, man. I would like
That'd be
everybody to
awesome.
be able to experience that, no matter, financial status, personal status, whatever.
Yeah.
If you wanna experience Dale Hollow and catch a carp, I want you to get down there and do it. Um,
Like even if it's just a 1 or 2 day trip, like you'd have to
exactly.
be pretty ignorant to complain about that, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's why, a lot of the times that Mac and I go down there and bait, we're down there for, like you said, 1, 2 days. We'll try to grab a local Indiana guy, one of our homeboys that we call him, and be like, "Come on, let's go sleep for a night or two." We did
Yeah,
that with Isaiah Myers, local kid, and it was really fun. We caught a lot of fish with him. James
that's good.
Sanders for Team Fish Fighters is in the chat, and he would like to know, what do you like to fish for the most, catfish or carp?
Oh, between catfish and carp, all day,
Yeah.
all day. I love eating catfish. Don't get me wrong, but like I will take the fight of a carp every time. There's no
Hmm.
question about that.
And one thing that I like about carp fishing over catfishing is that the carp bait for the most part smells better. Usually we get, fruity stuff. We get mulberry, tangerine, tutti frutti, as opposed to, shad and garlic and blood and chicken liver.
Or my stink bait that I like using.
Yeah, oh man, the
Just
stink baits. They take
dude, it works so good though.
Oh, it does.
Like you're not gonna catch nothing too monsters. Like maybe once in a while a 5 pounder, but like good size eating channel cat, that's the only way to go.
Mm-hmm.
It uh
So we have Chris Brady also in here. Good to see you, Chris. And he says, "Do you like to use pop-ups or bottom baits?"
uh they both work about equally here on the river.
Ooh,
Oh
there's
yeah,
a
they're out
show.
there feeding.
Yeah, they are. Let's get some
Uh
beeps.
yeah, I seen it. uh I guess I kind of like using pop-ups just to be different. Um that comes back to that ADHD thing of wanting to tinker with things.
Mm-hmm.
But in all honesty, it's like 50-50 on this river. It don't really matter what you throw as long as you're there where they're at. They're gonna eat it.
That
Uh,
Man, you just explained carp fishing to a T. It doesn't matter what you throw, as long as you throw it where they're at, they're gonna eat it. They,
yeah,
I do find, as you talk about the river, on the river that I fish, in the spring, pop-ups usually will outperform bottom baits, and I'm not sure if it's because of the composition of the bottom in the spring, a lot of stuff flowing through there, or if it's
I,
the
I bet it has to
curiosity
do with
bite.
color.
Yeah?
I would guess color because I mean, it's springtime. It's just anecdotal evidence, I guess. But look at all the different bugs and stuff like that, different colors. Uh, Plus, it stands out different. Like especially with this river, it's just the muddy bottom. You get a bright little pink ball down there. Carp are pretty curious anyhow. That'll catch your attention more, I think, than just a natural colored boilie.
Yeah,
Um,
and I think it is that curiosity, that gets them to,
it,
because I've heard it explained, that they don't have hands, they don't have fingers, so they can't touch anything. The only way that they can really touch something is with their mouth. So, they go over there and they're like, "What is this?" And they mouth it, and it's like, "Oh, well, there's a rig. Now I'm hooked."
what's your favorite flavor? If you had to go to, like I was going out today for an hour, this is what I'm gonna throw. What's your favorite flavor on them boilies or corn or whatever you use?
So I really do like the strawberry or strawberry cream, but lately I've been really liking peach, specifically a peach plus from R&W. That I don't know what it is about that R&W peach plus. It's just the viscosity, like the thickness of it. I like to be able to put in my pack. It's not too watery, and the
Yep.
peach plus flavor specifically is like a really pungent, very strong peach, without it having any of the, I don't know, the tanginess, I guess, of some of the other ones that I've smelled or tried.
I got we. I haven't done too well with peach on the river. Uh, I don't know if maybe it was just the days that I tried it. Like maybe I wasn't putting it where it needed to be, but I've tried it a handful of times and just doesn't seem to do
Hmm.
too hot on this.
Yeah, I will say for
Uh,
Indiana, grape is always a staple. I don't know what it is about the grape, but they just seem to love grape. Banana. They seem to like banana
Yeah,
a lot here. Pineapple.
yeah, my favorite banana's gone now too, dadgummit.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
tough.
that banana, man. That I've caught so many fish on banana flavored corn. It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
It- I'm sure somebody else makes a better one though. It can't
Yeah,
be that hard to
I
find a
mean,
good banana.
as we talk about, oh, I love using this, I love using that. I really do try to preface it with this is what I like to use. I don't think that the carp like it, more than
Oh
one or
yeah,
the other, because like we talked about earlier, is if you put a bait in front of a carp, most of the time he's gonna hit it. He's gonna either
yeah,
curiosity or wants to eat it, wants to feed, whatever it is. That carp's probably gonna hit it.
yeah. Because I tell you right now, if monster crab worked all the time, like that was the best bait, I still wouldn't use it. There, some of that stuff is just rancid.
Yeah, I got a big thing of mainline halibut syrup over here, and it's pretty bad. Uh,
Yeah, I
Kenny
do too.
Mac,
That red bottle.
yeah, Kenny Mac doesn't let me open that monster crab on the boat either. He
Ooh.
he banned it.
You actually had any luck with that halibut? Because I've put it on some halibut pellets and some krill pellets, and Lord, nothing wants to touch that stuff.
Yeah, I was using it
It-
in Dale Hollow, with the man muscle boilies when they were still
Gotcha.
in that pre-spawn, when they were trying to bulk up, getting as much protein, as much fishy naturals as they could. So I was, dousing the man muscle boilies in the bait boat with the halibut syrup with some corn and pellet. I think the biotine pellet or whatever they are, the little small black ones.
Gotcha.
And then just sending that out there, and they seem to like it.
I'm surprised, man, because I first time I ever ordered some pop-ups and stuff, I ordered some glugged. I think it wasn't mainline. Anyhow, some glugged crab boilies,
Mhm.
and I made the mistake of opening that in the house. My wife about punched me over that. That was rancid. I'm surprised I've never caught catfish on them. 'Cause I've tried and tried with them things. I figured surely if carp don't like them, the catfish will, and they don't touch them. But I don't ever catch catfish on carp bait. The only time I have was up at the Wooden Shoe Carp Classic, and I caught 2 of them.
Really?
It's yeah, I get all kinds of pecks and stuff. I'm sure some of them might be channel cats, but I've never caught a catfish on it other than in Michigan.
Huh. That's actually really surprising to me.
Yeah,
Because of the river. Uh,
yeah,
it seems like whenever I do catch a channel cat or a blue cat, whatever, a little guy, it seems like it's on a sweet bait instead of a stinky bait, and everybody tries to shy away from the mussel flavors or the fish flavors or crustacea, to be specific. Everybody says don't use that, you'll catch a catfish, and I
yeah.
say
Never
no,
do.
no, I won't. I never have. No, I won't. And if I do, all right. And if I catch one, if I catch a catfish, then it probably means that I'm not catching carp. In which case, I
Yeah,
welcome the beeps from the catfish.
yeah, yep. I'd love to be able to catch them on it. It wouldn't hurt my feelings anyhow. Most of them go in the freezer in any case. I
Yeah,
I do like to eat some fish, but I don't know. I've got the freezer kind of full a little bit, so I'll slack off of it now. But it, yeah,
yeah. I've been seeing pictures on your Facebook. You made quite a
that's,
couple hauls the last few weeks, man. You've been on,
yeah,
not just the carp, on everything.
yep. I carp ain't biting, so might as well go after something that will.
Mhm.
And it's been panning out for me. Them those freshwater drum, man. Like everybody sees them and thinks they're just nasty trash. Kind of like carp. But like, dude, they're so good. They got a real firm white meat. In all honesty, it's about like bluegill to me.
Okay.
Bluegill's better, but not far from it. But I'll take every one of those I can get. Those things are delicious.
Okay, so how are you eat? Are you just frying them, or you
Oh
got
yeah.
some special recipes that you like to
Clean them. I'll rinse them off real good. Put them in the fridge with some salt water for a night. Pull them back out. Rinse them off again, and then I'll put them in some half and half in a bowl
Okay. Yeah.
and cover the fillets. Let them soak for about 20 minutes, and then Louisiana fish fry. And just deep fry them.
Mm.
Good stuff.
Yeah, that's real good. It's been a while since I've had a fish fry. We should all plan something. Let's all
I'd
get
be down with
together.
that.
Yeah. Even if it's, we all channel catfish somewhere for a night, just get all the carpers together and have a good old catch and cook fish fry together. Just for the
Yeah,
community. That sounds real fun.
that would be fun. Getting people to actually show up, though, that's the other story.
Yeah, man, you're telling
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
the
I get
unofficial
it.
thing went pretty good, though.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'm glad, I'm glad to see you there. I'm glad to see a lot of the people that showed up. I'm glad to see you catch a fish. You
Yeah.
stuck it out there, the entire day. We stayed. It was
Yeah.
cold there for towards the end, and you caught a carp out of a place where I haven't actually seen anybody pull a carp from that swim before. So that was real cool, especially to see the size of it. That was really
Yeah.
cool.
I should have just done what old Justin was doing with the sweet corn and left it alone.
Bro,
I had to catch something on them PVA bags, though.
I don't know what it is, but I think that my favorite style of carper is quickly becoming the carper that either uses, the short hair rigs or the Carolina rig even, on the Pay Lake stand, the Pay Lake setup, and then they have the European style fish care. They have, the Euro style net. They have the cradle. They have the spray. They have the sling. They have everything, carp care wise that a European would. They just fish for them a little bit more of an American style. And I've started looking at that, and I've been like, man, don't let anybody tell you to change. If that's what you like to do, you are taking care of the fish. That's the way you like to fish.
Yeah.
Don't change, man. And I think that, I mean, I'll admit it right now. Those guys are out fishing the heck out of me, bro. They are catching 5-1 right now. They are destroying me on Carolina
they're-
rigs.
And they're just keeping it simple half the time, too. Corn on a hook.
Corn on a hook, man. I'm like, straight out the can? Yeah, straight out the can. I squirt a little flavor in there, but other than that, straight out the can, straight on the hook. I'm like, no, just straight from Walmart. Yeah, straight from Walmart. That's where I got my
Yep.
hooks too. Okay, all right. Like so much so that this weekend I'm going to Walmart. I'm trying to Carolina rig. I
I'm
only
going
have
to
the
give it a try
Euro.
this weekend, too, with that corn.
Well, I mean, why not? I'm not. And I think this is what makes carp fishing very fun. Is that there's many different walks of life. There's many different um avenues. There's many different ways that everybody carp fishes, and as I've seen firsthand now, they all catch fish. Do they all catch fish at the same time? I think that's where it comes in. I think that's where, we got to decide. Well, when do I use the Carolina rig? When will they just eat the corn straight off the hook? When do I need a hair rig? When do I need the boilie? When do I need the pop up? I think that's when we kind of gotta figure stuff out. But I think to not have something like that in your arsenal is, well, just for myself, because I don't want to speak for anybody else. There could be your reasons for not having it, but I think the only reason that I haven't thrown it on yet is because I kind of had my nose stuck up in the air a little bit. I'll admit
Yeah.
it. I was like, oh, well, I got my Euro gear, oh, I don't need this Pay Lake setup or a Carolina rig. And now I'm like, man, you guys are.
You got to justify all the money you spent on it.
Maybe that's what it was. That's what it was for sure. But I did have to have a conversation with myself and say, bro, what do you, smack my own hands and say, bro, get to fishing. Get to fishing.
Yeah.
Get to fishing. James Sanders would like to know, of all your YouTube videos you've done on your channel, what video do you like the most?
The video that I like the most? Boy, you know what's sad is I'm going brain dead, and I think I've only got like 3 videos on there. probably, I think it was my first one I put on there. It's like a 35-minute video. And I think the main reason I like it so much is I actually caught fish on it. Looking back at it, I was doing a little bit too much promotional stuff. Yeah, you live and learn, but like I was doing too much. I should have shut up after about 2 minutes in. But I think it was called Fishing the Mighty Wabash River.
Mhm.
I landed quite a bit of fish that day. Um, and I landed them that year that I did that. There was a log jam up here, and dude, I had landed so many carp off that log jam, and it's gone now, unfortunately. But
Uh,
I wouldn't. I bet you I landed close to 100 fish off just that log jam in a course of a couple months.
man,
But
that's nuts.
I've been I've really been wanting to do some more YouTube videos, but I've kind of, I guess, lost the drive for it just a smidge. But
Mhm.
part of it's not having a good tripod. But I've been on TikTok more doing lives. It's been doing a lot better at getting subscribers than YouTube does.
Yeah, it's man, as somebody who when I was bass fishing, I was doing videos. It's um about 3 videos a week, going out there, editing, recording, catching the fish, doing it. It's hard to make carp fishing videos. It is hard because the fish don't cooperate. You have all this gear that you have to lug around. You have so many other external factors other than okay, and plus I have to set this camera up. Plus I have to do
Yeah,
this video. Plus I have to do all this other stuff. Um, for a bass video, all I had to do was set my camera up, walk around the pond, catch a couple 3-pound bass, and we're good to go. And everybody loves it. It's hard, so don't beat yourself up for the videos. I think that it is I think lives are the way to go for us carp anglers. I really do. I
yeah,
think setting up our rods and hanging out just like we're doing now. Like I've seen you on TikTok. I've popped in to a couple of your lives. I love it. I love when I'm having to do stuff at home and then I'm scrolling real quick on the back porch and then I'm like, oh, Noah's here, and then I bring the phone inside and I'm like, all right, it's like I'm hanging out with you and you're on the bank. So I think it I think the lives do cater to what we do a bit more, and
yeah,
I think that we get to share. Excuse me. I think we get to share more of our personality through the lives as well. The only
yeah.
bad thing about the lives is, they gotta sit there and wait through all the times that we gotta sit there and wait while we're not catching a fish. Whereas the magic of editing, you could turn a 48-hour trip into a quick 12-minute video and just show them all the
Exactly.
fish that we caught.
And see, the harder part about like the YouTube videos, I know they're dry. The ones I do, like I kind of get into the information more than most people, but like trying to structure the video and knowing how to do like B-roll and stuff, what to do,
Hmm.
but just structure it more like a movie so people don't lose entertainment in the first 5 freaking seconds because they have ADHD
Yeah,
is pretty challenging to do.
it really
It,
is. Uh,
I'm not like that myself. Like I love, like I'm always on YouTube, but like I'll watch 40, 50-minute videos, but I never get bored with the stuff. And I'm a weird person too.
that yeah, I'm the same way. That's what Molly says. She says I'm insane because there'll be a YouTube video in my recommend and it's like 45 minutes long, and I was like, yeah, that's a short one. And she's like, well,
Yeah,
what's a long one do? And I'm like, here, let me show you this, 3.5 hours long. And she's like, you'll have that? I was like, yeah, it's playing in the background as I go throughout my entire day. I
exactly.
have had 7.5 hour videos that I finish, it's 2 sections. I'm the same exact way, bro. So, Asmir, hello, brother. Asmir is in the chat and he would like to know, what is your setup? What are you using? What's behind you?
Oh, we've got the. Can you see it real well?
Yeah, yeah, it looks good.
So we got the Corum River tripod.
Okay.
For bite alarms, I've got the Sonic Gizmo 2s, I think. And then all three rods are 6 foot, 3 pound test curve, Sonic extractors. And then I have the matching Sonic, what are I think they're Sonic extractor reels, the gold edition.
Yeah, they're
And
nice, man.
for line, I forgot that. What does Austin use for line? It came in that big tin. It was like 21 pounds.
Oh, the
Krypton or
Katrin,
something like that. Yes, that
yeah,
stuff.
the Katrin Krypton, or yeah, it's like is that the stuff that if you have the blue light on it, it shows up?
Yep,
Yep.
yep.
You guys are crazy.
It was expensive stuff, man.
Yeah, it's good line though. I will say it is good line. I watched
What
him rub up against rocks and trees and stuff with it, and not only can you see it, but it holds up, at least in my
what I
experience.
liked about it, like what impressed me the most that day was his 21 pound test was almost smaller diameter than like my 15-pound mono. So like I could use a smaller reel and get just as much line on it, kind of deal. That was kind of the selling point for me.
Yeah, they don't send me line. I wish they did. Katrin, if you're hearing this, please send me some line. But if I do go to mono, they are who I go to. I go to the Katrin. I like the Wild Synapse. I like that the Krypton. That one. There's a black one also that I like. I can't remember the name of that one, but I really do like the Katrin line.
I'd
Uh,
I'd also throw in there because I had it on my line that I took or my poles that I took to Del Hollow, but the Kaizen line,
okay.
uh, I I had 18-pound tests and that stuff has been super good. Uh, Pretty wear resistant, but it was just strong, smooth. That was a good line.
The Kaizen,
I would I don't remember if it was like Kaizen green line or what. I remember Kaizen,
yeah.
just like the rods I had. That was I mean that's why I bought them. I had a Kaizen rod. I just matched the line, but it ended up being pretty good stuff. And
uh,
I think it was a little bit cheaper than this Krypton stuff too.
oh, Asmir agrees. He says best line out there. So your setup is Asmir approved. That's always good. Yeah, he was there when the lake record for Dale Hollow was caught. He was
Oh,
out
there
there
you
on the
go.
camping trip with his buddy, and he was right there in the thick of it. I won't tell the whole story because it's his story to tell, but it was quite the adventure for old Asmir out there with that fish. He had a good time with it.
That that fish though, dude. I would have been screaming and hollering. You could just ask Daniel. I screamed as loud as I could when I landed that mirror carp. How excited as could be.
That and I
Plus,
think that's important, because it as
oh yeah,
soon as soon as that alarm goes off, as soon as we get the beeps, we're no longer the people that we are sitting here today, if that makes sense. We immediately go back to a 7-year-old boy. I'm immediately just a little kid again. Nothing in the world matters. It's me and this fish. Those are the only things that exist. And if I have somebody to net the fish for me, then you exist too. But
yeah.
other than that, nothing in the entire world exists right now. And I think that's the feeling that we all are chasing out there.
Speaking of that big carp at Dale Hollow, I don't know how many people watched Daniel's video, but I thought it was pretty funny, man. We were waiting on you to come get us, kind of packing up camp, and I thought, well, I'm not making a 4-hour trip home being dirty, so I had that solar shower, and I was standing there on the bank in just my shorts, taking my bath, and I heard a beep beep. Okay, yeah, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Then it slowly took off, and here I am, kind of like duck walking across that slate stone, getting to it, but. I reeled that fish in, covered in Old Spice in my shorts. Yeah, that was fun, man.
Yeah, I really want to get, and it's hard because it's hard to get a time where everybody's free, but I really do want to get a decent group of carpers together, a decent sized group, and we all go to Goat Island or Big Goat and Little Goat, or something like that, and we all just kumbaya and have some fun and put out some rods, and uh, if we catch some fish, then that's awesome, and if we
Yeah,
don't, then at least we got to all hang out at Dale Hollow and listen to some music and have some bevs and have some food and all that. I just I want everybody to be able to come together and let's take a breath and hang out with each other.
That would be fantastic, but that'd be something we'd have to like start planning a year in advance, kind of thing, you know.
Right, yeah, like the first annual Dale Hollow Hangout or whatever. And see, that's what makes it so hard is I don't want it to be like a social because I don't want it to be, this big old official thing. I want it to just be, free and loose where
Just make
people
it
can come and hang out, but
you could do something like I don't know, an 8-person slot, and I mean I don't know what expenses are, but it's not necessarily free, but to cover gas expenses for the boat and the ticket, maybe
yeah,
it's
fair enough.
8 spots at $25 a ticket. If you get in that pot, boom, all 8 of us go, then it's not too many people.
Yeah,
And every
that's
year
true.
host that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm really interested in doing, something like that. Hello, Carp 360. How are you doing today? Um, okay, so we have about 5, 6 minutes left. I would like to know a couple more things, so we're gonna do a lightning round.
Okay.
What is your favorite color of either fake corn or pop up to use?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say just in general. White corn and pink pop up.
Nice. We already did the bottom base. Um, what is your go-to flavor? That you can only use one flavor for the rest of your life. What do you think this has the most chance of catching you the most fish the most amount of times?
Some, in all honesty, probably strawberry or some kind of tutti frutti.
Yeah, bro, I feel the Tutti Frutti's underrated. Bro, the
Yeah.
Tutti Frutti's underrated. I've been trying to put people on. They think I feel like an old man screaming at the clouds, screaming Tutti Frutti, but Kenny Mac's like, I get it. You want Tutti Frutti stuff. I'm like, yeah, let's get your fish.
Oh, it smells good.
Right. Rather that than the monster crab, eh, Mac?
Oh boy, you
So,
gotta make a combo.
yeah, fruity crab, tutti crab,
Yeah.
monster fruity, something. If you could only use one hook bait for the rest of your life, what would you use? Tiger nuts, corns, pop ups, bottom baits.
Corn accessibility, and I can add whatever flavors I want to it.
I like that. I like that corn a lot. Um, what is your favorite bakeside snack?
Huh. Uh, you know what? I'm gonna go with what I had at Dale Hollow. It was like they're like $1.25. You get them at Walmart. It's a green bag of dried pasta and seasonings.
Hmm.
You boil it and you eat it. But like I would chop up some like cheddar cheese hot dogs and mix in there and let it, once it cooked, I'd let it set for about 10, 15 minutes and soak everything up. It's not really a
Huh.
snack, but when you're fat like me, it is.
Yeah, no, I might have to steal that from you. We might be making those on the bank side now. Would you prefer to do a session, during the daylight hours, or would you rather do a nighttime session?
Night, daylight. I'm not a big person on fishing at night. Bugs can't see what you're doing. I'm a daylight guy.
Yeah, I feel you. It gets pretty frustrating when you get that beep 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 beep. You got to run out of your bivvy. None of the lights are working. You go to click on your headlamp. Headlamp's dead. You didn't plug it in. I feel you. It's just
And
much easier.
I don't seem to have that much more luck fishing at night. I mean, look at Dale Hollow. We caught all of our fish from like 7 a.m. to 10 or 11 o'clock. Caught
Mm-hmm.
one fish while we were down there in the middle of the night. That was
Yeah, that
it.
was really odd because usually at Dale Hollow, the fish are at night nonstop, and during the day, you kind of have to make your camp, recoup, make your food, make your bait, get ready for the night when you have to go to war. But you guys were, it seemed like as soon as the sun came up, all right, beep 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 beep, sun's going down, all right,
It
time to go to
literally
sleep.
was.
So, you guys got lucky. Usually, people have to go home tired, but yeah, like we've said a couple times, we do have plans on getting you guys back out there, and houseboat plans, things like that.
Yeah.
But other than Dale Hollow, what are your plans for the future?
Fishing related or just in general?
Let's do both.
Uh, in general, I want to get me. Oh, I've got it, but I gotta get it paid for. My buddy's holding it for me, but it got me a new pontoon. Get it all
Awesome.
fixed up. Uh, you know, just have fun. Try to have as much fun as I can this summer.
Mm-hmm.
Next year will probably be the same thing. Definitely, I'm ready for the Carp Expo. I'm looking forward to that. In all honesty, I really wouldn't mind coming down there and helping somebody out at their booth.
Okay.
I don't really have a lot of stuff, you know. I'm real simple and basic. But yeah, I guess fishing related. I'd like to catch a new PB, but yeah, that's about it, man. Not a whole lot. I just keep it real basic. Kind of
Yeah.
just enjoy things day by day. I don't really look too far ahead. Probably should, but I just never have.
I feel you there. I'm the same way, man. it's it's a blessing and a curse, isn't it? Because we get to enjoy each day as it comes, but then at the same time, when somebody's like, "Well, what's your 5-year plan? Your 3-year plan?" It's like, I
Yeah.
don't know, man. We just keep it rolling." Um, okay, we have one last question from James
Yeah.
Sanders, and he would like to know, what is your favorite memory of when you were fishing?
Oh, dude, I got it. Okay, so this one involved Dad. We were at Morocco, Indiana. I believe it was called Willis Slough. We used to go up there every weekend and bass fish. And if you know that place, it's just nothing but lily pads and grass. Well, we were fishing topwater, and this bait was like a yum dinger. Like it was soft plastic, but it was solid.
Yeah.
But I think it was called like a horny toad. You'd run it with an extra wide gap hook, but I'll never forget it till I die. But Dad cast away out there, and boom, a bass hit it. He gave it a second, and then set the hook. And this bait's 45, 50 yards out there, and he set that hook so hard, it came out of the fish's mouth, and the sound it made when it smacked my dad in the crotch, I will
Oh
never
no.
forget that. He came completely off his feet, landed on his knees, gasping for air. That is one of the best fishing memories I've ever had in my life, man. I laughed so hard at that. That's one of those, like, if you had it on AFV, like, you know it would have won the money. There's
You'd
no
be
way it couldn't
millionaires.
have. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good one. That really is a good one. Well, I thank you very much for your time. Thank you for hanging out. I wish we could have got a fish on the bank. I wish we could have done some juju or some special powers, but it's always cool to have a backdrop like that. Would you like to give
Exactly.
anybody thank yous or shout outs to anybody before we do end this?
I probably miss a bunch of people. Don't mind me if I do, but I want to thank everybody. You know, this is the second year I've been doing this. We got people like Dave Ash, both
Mm-hmm.
you Daniels, Kenny Mack, Colin Davies. Uh, sorry, like I said, sorry if I missed your name. You know that you've helped me out, and I do appreciate it. But the amount of people that gave me advice on what to do, what not to do, what to buy, what not to buy, like, I appreciate it a lot. It helped a lot. Um, I'm glad you did it, and I hope you keep doing it. I will try to do my best to continue that process along too with helping people out.
Yeah, yeah, that's
So
one thing that we see that you do. You definitely help everybody out that you can. So keep on keeping on.
yeah,
We as a carp community, we appreciate you. We really do. We appreciate the hell out of you. Thank you very much for being
thank you.
yourself.
Yeah,
All right. Well,
uh,
have a good night, and let's start getting a couple things planned, and hopefully we can share the bank here soon.
yeah, that'd be fun, man. I appreciate you bringing me on today.
Right on. Appreciate you. Have a good rest of your night.
All righty, you too. See
All
you
right.
guys.
See you later. Alrighty, everybody. We're just going to do a couple little exit things as I check out the chat. Hello, Austin. How you doing? Hello, Daniel Duke, Asmir, Carp 360. Maybe one day my wife and I will visit Dale Hollow to fish for carp. Come on down. Message us, Carp 360. Message us, my friend. We'll figure something out. We will get you. We will accommodate you. Houseboat, camping trip, whichever you and your wife would like to do, we will get you done. Paul Matt says it was a pleasure to meet you in Dale Hollow, Noah, if you could still hear me. So awesome that you guys got to meet each other. You know, Pennsylvania and Indiana boys linking up. It's a combo like peanut butter and jelly right there. I don't know what
Yeah,
it
it is.
is. I don't know what it is about the Pennsylvania Indiana, but we fit right together. Daniel Duke said, "Good video, guys. Thank you, Daniel Duke. I think I will see you tomorrow, brother. See you at the Bottom Feeder Baits place. Plants before people. Get some boilies. Yes, usacarpguide.com. I really do think I'm gonna throw the 10% code up. Probably starting tomorrow since Kenny Mac wasn't here, so he's gonna pay for that. Take that, Kenny Mac. Taylor Chocolate. When do I get to go to Dale Hollow? You get to go to Dale Hollow, I think, next Wednesday, my friend, or Thursday is when you get to go to Dale Hollow. You're not going on a carp trip though because you don't fish. Maybe we will catch a carp, maybe we won't. Who knows? We will see. But I'm gonna get out of here. Hopefully Molly has the chicken burritos going already. Thank you again, Noah. Have a very good evening. And everybody check out USA Carp Guide. Check out West Coast Bait Boats. Don't forget to check out Dave Propkopowicz, Drop Back, R&W Flavors, Bottom Feeder Baits, Connecticut Custom Tackle. I'm probably forgetting somebody else, but thank you everybody very much. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you later. Like and subscribe.